Welcome to the Chevrolet Postgame. Here now, Mike Tirico.
The Houston Texans come to Kansas City and, in all likelihood, end Kansas City's playoff run. Still a chance mathematically. A lot has to happen, but they get within a game in the AFC South. Here's the playoff picture up to date. Denver is now ahead of New England because of their tiebreakers, and Denver will stay there. New England cannot catch Denver in a tiebreaker situation. Jacksonville 1 leads the South, and again, Indianapolis with the injury to Daniel Jones. They are tied with Houston, but Houston now slides into the 7th spot over there. And you see the run Kansas City would have to make to get to a wild card. Remember, they still play the Chargers, lost to the Bills, and lose this one to Houston. By the way, the Chiefs have the same record as the Dolphins. Go figure. Players of the game. C.J. Stroud, despite only 3 completions in the second half, gets the win. Azeez Al-Shire, the big pick. Jalen Petrie, part of that big hitting defense. And the Stars are standing by now with Melissa.
Yes, they are. They are all smiles down here. And CJ, I'm going to start with you because you come in here, you knock off the Kansas City Chiefs. 5th straight win. What does this mean for this team and this organization?
It means everything, man. It starts, with just practice and preparation. But, for me, it all goes back to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and, be able to glorify his name when I'm out here. And it's a tough team, a tough environment to play in, but, we got it done and, go home with the dub.
What is it like for you as a quarterback standing on the sideline watching this defense?
I'm glad I'm on this team, but they do a great job, man. I had to go against them in training camp. I know how hard it can get. We got to help them a little more offensively, but, we take a dub in this environment and, keep it rolling. And,
Jalen, what is it like? Tonight you guys were so dominant. How did you do it against Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs offense?
I think it's just about execution. We know what we got to do, and we know the pieces that we bring to the table. So it's all about, just seeing the right things and making sure we execute when we see the right things. But, it was pretty much that.
Well, talking about executing when you see the right things, that interception of yours in the second quarter, I don't know if we've seen anything like it. Can you walk us through it?
I can walk you through it. And the catch and all of that was pretty crazy. But the reason I caught it was because of this man right here.
Azeez?
He got in the first window. Patrick Mahomes came back and tried to fit it in there, and then, the whole tipperoo happened, and it fell in my hands. But, really thankful for it.
Azeez, coming here because you had an interception of your own, and you weren't letting go of that ball on the sideline, were you?
No, I talked to the guys in the locker room before the game. A year ago today, we were in that locker room crying. Myself, just losing that playoff game. I got hurt in the game, and I had a long offseason. Road to recovery every single day. It was a dark place for me. Everything I had went through, it was just a terrible place I was in. And I had this game, circled since the last time we were here. And I told the guys, we're not leaving without a dub. And I'm just so grateful to God, man, where I was, like I said, a year ago on this same field, crying my eyes out because I was in pain and we lost in the playoffs. To now be getting my first player of the game, Sunday Night Football. So I'm truly grateful. God is amazing. All praise to Allah. And, I just keep this thing going.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Big reason to celebrate, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Undrafted in the league 7 years with San Francisco, Tennessee. A couple here with Houston. We spent time with Al-Shire last night. The Houston Texans team winner of the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. And he's one of the many impressive guys on this team. They tried to surprise him with the Walter Payton Man of the Year, and they couldn't get to him because he stayed to sign every autograph for the folks he was doing some of that community service with. He's a really unique and special individual.
He is.
What a night for Houston, Chris, and for the Chiefs. You just sit there and go, well, if this is the last big moment before the end of this run, who knows what's next, but it was something. But it's a cold reality, I think, for KC.
It is, and let me put a couple of numbers to this, okay? 6 drops on the night. That's the most of the Mahomes era since he's been here. That's how bad a night it was just catching the football out here. On 3rd and 4th down, the key moments of the football game, 3 for 10, 2 yards, 1 interception, 1 sack. So when the game was on the line in those key moments, the Chiefs did not make the plays. Historically, they have always made the plays, and yet somehow this entire football season, we have seen them not make the plays, and it is very hard to explain.
It's probably why Andy Reid trusted his team to go for it with 10.5 left on 4th down, and oftentimes they've covered that and gotten it done and tonight they did not. And the Houston Texans are the team with a lot of playoff hopes ahead and division hopes as well. One game behind Jacksonville, and C.J. Stroud looking to make it 3 years, 3 postseasons. Third time in 18 games the Texans have played in Kansas City, lost in the regular season and the postseason last year. Got a big one tonight to perhaps end the Chiefs' postseason hopes. We'll look at what happened in the NFL this Sunday after this.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Postgame.
Peacock picks of the week start with All Her Fault, the gripping limited thriller that'll keep you guessing. And spend some time with the Banks family. Final season of Bel Air continuing. Peacock NBA Monday. The Suns, good start this year for the Suns against Ant-Man and the Timberwolves. 7:30 Eastern time on Peacock. And right now on Sunday Night Football Final, Jack, Tony, and Rodney are joined by Will Anderson of the Texans. That starts right now on Peacock. I'm going to share with you some of the big news from this Sunday in the NFL. Sunday number 14, tight one at Lambeau, the NFL's longest played rivalry. Late turnover by the Bears in the fourth quarter. Chicago goes from the 1 seed to the 7. Green Bay driver's seat in the NFC North. Big day in the AFC, consequential day. Daniel Jones, unfortunately, an Achilles injury out in the first quarter. The Colts, who were streaking, are now sliding. The Jaguars lead the AFC South by a game over the Texans. Those teams split this year. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers maintained the lead, held on Baltimore. Controversy in the end zone, the end of that one, but the Ravens fall to 6-7. They've got a tough road ahead trying to make the playoffs. Those two teams meet in a few weeks. And then the game in Orchard Park in the snow, Chris, back and forth with Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. This is the key play there in the fourth.
I mean, it just looked like those two quarterbacks were going to go up and down the field. Whoever had the ball last was going to win. The Bengals had a little bit of an edge, and then back-to-back plays, one for a touchdown, the other to completely turn the momentum of the game. And it was just a bizarre game to watch, but I think you just have to keep saying there's something about Josh Allen and these Buffalo Bills. They have so much heart, and to some extent, I'm sure they were watching this game tonight and going, you mean it's possible that Kansas City could be out? And then you start looking around and going, all right, can we beat these other guys in here? And it has to be a boost for them because they've struggled so much.
And who's got the most playoff experience of these quarterbacks if this ends up going this way? This dude.
Yeah,
right?
Other than Aaron Rodgers, maybe.
Exactly right. Yeah, the AFC. Thank you.
Yeah, just that one guy. But, you know, Lamar's out of the thing. You've got Joe Burrow out of it. You know, I mean, this is, and now maybe Patrick Mahomes. It's insane.
It's not done yet, but Buffalo encouraged by that win over Cincinnati. Bengals trying to make a run. Obviously could not. Final score here. The victory for C.J. Stroud and the Texans, 20-10, as Hannah and Cal McNair, the ownership there for the Texans, waiting for C.J. and the team as they come off the field. Next Sunday, it's the Vikings who put up a shutout victory, taking on the Cowboys in Arlington. We'll get Chris's thoughts on that one. A must for Dallas as well after this.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Postgame.
You can feel all the anticipation building down here.
Watch out, football! Only going down. We all we got. We all we need.
Just in the nick of time. The Minnesota Vikings have life. The end zone. Touchdown. And the Cowboys lead.
Unbelievable.
I don't know when they won one that felt like this.
Love the drama. All right, here's the story in the NFC. It's always drama, but now it's desperation along with the drama in Dallas. There you see them over on the In the Hunt at 6-6. And when Philadelphia plays the Chargers tomorrow night in the Monday Nighter, so Dallas, maybe that's their best path to the playoffs. Unfortunately for them, Philly has the Giants and Washington at the back end of their season. Either way, it's going to be really tough. And either way, Chris, it's going to be almost a must-win for the Cowboys, who are putting up points Got to stop some people. They could not stop Detroit on Thursday night.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting, right? Brian Flores is that we're going to blitz everybody kind of guy, you know, and Dak Prescott has been the second-best quarterback in the NFL this year against the blitz. It certainly helps to have CD and George Pickens and those guys, and little storms swirling around George. We'll get into that, I'm sure, a lot more during the course of the week, but it is going to be one of those games, I think, that we're going to see the ball flying all over the place.
It's 2 games against Washington, I should have said, for Philly and Vegas. So those are 3 easier games. They have Buffalo as well as they wrap up their season. So a long road ahead for Dallas. It's a happy road back to Houston for D'Amico Ryans and the Texans. Here was D'Amico talking to his team in the locker room just a moment ago.
So extremely proud of you guys, man. Hey, way to come out here tonight, man. Execute and finish. Right, it was all about the finish, right? Great first half, third quarter, didn't look too hot, but I love the way every man in here stood up and finished, right? Most importantly, defense, you got, hey, way to take the football away. Way to take the football. Then we got Kamari got one. Yeah. We got Petrie got one. Yeah. And then Aziz. Yeah. Hey, way to finish there at the end, man. Way to run the ball. Way to finish when we needed it most. Way to finish. Great team win. We did what we came to do, all right? And since we did what we came to do, I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Oh, the guys start dancing. It's Victory Monday. They got the day off. They don't have to come into Wednesday. And Kamari Lassiter, the big hit and safety, day off. This is what you do when they tell you got a day off.
Hey, Victory Monday is good. I didn't know there was a Victory Monday dance, though. All right, I got that.
Don't.
Yeah.
All right, it's a Victory Monday.
I'm actually going straight to the gym after looking at this.
It's like
embarrassing.
It's week 14 on the road. You guys see that on the way home. Oh,
hot dog.
Big win for Houston tonight over Kansas City. So we talk about 9 weeks away, Super Bowl Sunday, also the start of the Olympics. This week on Today, the countdown to the Winter Olympics continues. U.S. figure skating stars Ilya Malinin and Isabel Levito joined for a special performance live from the beautiful rink at Rockefeller Center right under the tree. That'll be Friday morning on Today, right here on NBC. Our final score tonight from Kansas City, the Texans 20, the Chiefs 10. Except to the West Coast, it's your local news. Don't forget on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Comes up a little bit later on. Thanks to Rob Hyland, Drew Esikoff, our extraordinary Sunday Night Football team working in the cold on this night in Kansas City. For Terry McCauley, Melissa Stark, Chris Collinsworth, our entire team, Mike Tirico. Good night from KC, where the Texans beat the Chiefs by 10.
NBC Sports, home of Super Bowl 60. Thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.